This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Alan Mill appointed as CEO. Nomane highlights grey listing strategies. And envious council members sworn in. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinsa Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. Air Niugini has appointed its former Managing Director, Alan Mill, as the new Chief Executive Officer. The announcement was made today following the approval of the National Executive Council.
During the announcement of the new CEO today, Air Niugini Board Chairman Carl Yalo said Alan Mill brings with him 44 years of experience in the aviation business. Mr. Yalo said the new CEO brings credibility, having working for numerous reputable airlines in the region.
We needed someone with a lot of experience in the aviation space, and Alan brings that level of credibility and experience to the airline, having worked in various senior executive roles in Qantas and in other airlines in Australia, 44 years. And hence the decision to appoint him as our new CEO, so that the refleet program is executed seamlessly and that we complete the refleet program by 2029.
The CEO said his goal is to continue the current refleeting program of the national airline. Mr. Mills said he has a strong operational background in the aviation space, and one of his focus is to give confidence to the travelling public.
Focused on the refleet, and it's a stabilisation of the current operation. So we need to make sure that the schedule that we're publishing and we're selling is the schedule that we operate. So my background is operational. I started as an engineer with Qantas. I'm a licensed pilot as well. So I'm very comfortable in playing in the operational space and bringing that confidence back to the travelling public that if they book a ticket on Air Niugini, that aeroplane will be there and it will depart on time, safely and compliantly.
Mr. Mill previously worked for Air Niugini as a managing director before he quit in 2020 as a result of COVID-19, which had impact on the airline industry at the time. However, the CEO shared some emotions returning to the airline after 5 years.
When I came up here a while ago, a couple of months ago, I'm going to get emotional now, one of the ground staff came up and gave me a hug. And that was when I knew this was my home. I knew that that's where I needed to be back.
Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
The newly appointed Chief Executive Officer for Air Niugini, Alan Mill, says the airline will prioritize providing reliable services to the people and not just on profit.
Following the announcement of his appointment as the Chief Executive Officer for Air Niugini, Alan Mill said the airline needs to provide quality service to the people and not just making profit.
We also need to make sure that we are doing that profitably. And I mean that by providing the people of PNG good value for their tickets. We're not here to make millions and millions of dollars at the expense of the people. We need to make sure that we fund ourselves, we provide dividends back to our shareholder, and we provide the service that the people of PNG really need.
Mr. Mills said the refleeting program will continue under his watch, and the focus is to ensure the airline delivers.
The supply chain for the older aeroplanes has just stopped. Very, very difficult to find spare parts for older aeroplanes. So to have the opportunity for new aeroplanes, new parts available, gives us the best chance we've ever had to deliver the product we want.
Air Niugini Chairman Carl Yalo shared similar sentiments.
We are working with National Airport Corporation to ensure that the critical infrastructure needed to support the new aircraft have been built. The NEC has made a decision along that line for us to build new infrastructure to accommodate the bigger.
Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, following the reports of alleged cancellation of Boeing 787 aircraft purchased by Air Niugini, chairman of the airline Carl Yellow has given his response.
The Boeing cancellation, I thought in all fairness to our very important announcement today that this statement would be released in the course of the week. Having said that, we have signed a confidentiality agreement with Boeing, and we are bound by the terms of the agreement not to make any statements, and hence we will release a statement in the course of the week.
In a small but significant event this morning, the National Volunteer Service held a swearing-in ceremony for its new council members here in Port Moresby. The ceremony was officiated by Magistrate Sandy Tiankin. The council members are Chief Secretary Ivan Pomaleo, Secretary for Departments of Community Development and Religion Jerry Ubase, Secretary for Defense John Akipe, and Secretary for National Planning and Monitoring Connie Samuel. Present this morning for the swearing-in was Chief Secretary Ivan Pomaleo and Secretary for Community Development and Religion Jerry Ubase. The chairman of NVS Council, David Wissink, said an ambitious target of 900 volunteers was set for this year, noting that the target for next year will be greater. Mr. Wissink urged the council members to work together to meet the set target and placing volunteers in roles that will strengthen the country. Following the swearing-in, the new council members sat in for their first meeting for 2026. 3 foreign illegal fishing vessels have been apprehended by the National Fisheries Authority in collaboration with security forces and relevant government agencies. These vessels were intercepted by the Fisheries Patrol vessel Ilakini, which saw a total of 27 alleged foreign illegal fishermen who were apprehended and are currently in police custody.
National Fisheries Authority Managing Director Justin Ilakini said 2 of the apprehended vessels have been safely escorted to Port Moresby and are currently anchored pending legal proceedings, with the 3rd vessel began taking on water during transit. In the interest of crew safety, Mr. Ilakini said all illegal fishermen on board were evacuated before the 3rd vessel was sunk. He emphasized that with directives from the Prime Minister, the 2 vessels will be disposed of following court proceedings scheduled for 16 February 2026. He reiterated that the National Fisheries Authority remains steadfast in its commitment to resource protection and will continue to intensify surveillance and enforcement operations across Papua New Guinea waters. He said this operation demonstrates the effectiveness of reforms introduced to strengthen fisheries resource protection. These include increased at-sea surveillance, the establishment and operationalization of strengthened national fisheries surveillance platform, deployment of state-owned patrol vessels, and enhanced compliance monitoring under updated fisheries management frameworks. These measures form part of broader sector reforms aimed at combating IUU fishing, protecting Papua New Guinea's marine resources, and ensuring the sustainable utilization of fisheries stocks. Fisheries Patrol Boat Ilakini is one of the 3 surveillance vessels commissioned by the National Fisheries Authority in December 2025, alongside Vanimo and Daru. Jacinta Dr. National EMTV News.
Papua New Guinea is working closely to forge an air service agreement with the United Arab Emirates. Prime Minister James Marape said the next official trip to the UAE will see them finalize this agreement.
The Prime Minister revealed that the agreement could allow for airlines that operate out of United Arab Emirates, either the Emirates or the other sister airlines available, could fly directly to Port Moresby. Marape made known of a comprehensive strategic economic partnership spearheaded by Minister Richard Maru with the United Arab Emirates.
With them, these two key instruments would be cleared up, and once our two offices exchange those documents, that would return with our ambassador to plant our mission there permanently going forward into the future.
Speaking on the recent visa agreement with the United Arab Emirates, Pierre Marape was questioned why such an agreement is not in place with countries closer to home. He explained that different countries have different visa requirements. Each country has its own preferences, and Pierre Marape said they are also working on making similar arrangements with other countries.
And for me, UAE was particularly special. It's an epicenter now of global trade and makes it easier. And our respect accorded to us from UAE is an amplification on their trust on PNG passport. So it's a good reference point for us to other countries who also we relate with. We'll be working with all of them.
Pierre Marape stated that they will be reviewing the systems and platforms that the country operates with regarding border protection.
UAE has the best in the world. UAE, for instance, if you are clocking in, checking in to go to UAE, they already would have profiled who this person is, the passport, your background, even your bank account, everything.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja, yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
All small crafts going out at sea must consider simple safety requirements. Always check the weather report before going out at sea. Do not jump on a boat if the passengers or skipper have been drinking alcohol. Always remember to wear a life jacket. Take enough drinking water and food with you. Make sure you have a bucket, canvas for shelter, and a paddle for emergency. Always take extra fuel on board and do not get on a boat that is overloaded. This message is authorized by the National Maritime Safety Authority.
This Wednesday on Goodman Fielder International Sky Time, we've got another very simple dish that we will be making using our True Gas Wok burner. We will also check out our friend Letitia over at House Sky to see what she will be cooking.
Carrot is rich in beta-carotene, which is good for your eyeballs. Pak choy has the same vitamins, vitamin A in specific, as carrots. Good for your eyeballs as well.
That's this Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The leader of the opposition, James Nomane, believes strengthening key institutions and allowing them to operate independently is pathway for Papua New Guinea avoiding the grey listing category.
The key institutions highlighted by the opposition leader James Nomane are the Financial Intelligence Unit, Police Fraud Squad, and the Bank of Papua New Guinea. Further to this, the four other strategies outlined include zero tolerance anti-corruption framework, currency stabilization plan, permanent FATF compliance unit, transparent public reporting. Under this, the opposition leader calls to establish a fully empowered independent commission against corruption with authority and mandatory asset declarations for all MPs, public servants, and senior officials. The opposition leader emphasized on the need to enforcing a disciplined fiscal management, rebuild foreign services, and make export-driven sectors a priority that would assist to keep Kina stable. The permanent FATF compliance unit will assist in maintaining continuous alignment with FATF standards, preventing the country falling into grey listing in the future. Mr. Nomane said the cycle of corruption, restoring financial credibility, and protecting the future of the country and its people can only come about through decisive and transparent leadership. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The Department of Personnel Management, through Circular Instruction Number 2 of 2026, dated 13th January 2026, reaffirmed the government's commitment to strengthen performance accountability across the public service through the agency heads' performance management system.
DPM, through Circular Instruction Number 2, formally advises all national departmental heads, provincial administrators, and heads of regulatory statutory authorities of the requirements and deadline for the submission of the 2025 Annual Performance Assessment Report and the 2026 Annual Performance Commitment Agreement. The PMS is a key component of the performance-based contracts of employment for the agency heads and ensures that government leaders deliver services and program aligned with agreed performance targets set in consultation with relevant portfolio ministers, provincial governors, or board chairpersons. DPM Secretary Thais Sansan said the circular is a formal advice to all to take heed of the requirements and the deadlines for the submission of the required documents to her office. Failure to adhere to the circular instruction will be considered as agency heads' non-compliance to the contractual obligation. Department of Personnel Management remains committed to promoting effective leadership, accountability, performance excellence across public service. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Octady Mining Limited has signed an extended 5-year memorandum of understanding with the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary Special Services Division today to continue the engagement of policing at its operations in Sabubil.
This agreement reinforces Octady's commitment to maintaining a safe and secure operating environment while supporting law enforcement in Western Province. Octady General Manager Social Performance and Sustainability, Jesse Pyle, said this MOU extension and partnership is important for the mine as it emphasizes the mine's commitment to community and operational safety. Mr. Pyle said Octedi looks to ensure that its employees and assets are protected while also supporting its sustainability goals of maintaining peace in the mine's associated communities. He thanked the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary Special Services Division for its support in Tabubil, Kiunga, Fly River and across the country in any of Octedi's engagements. Meanwhile, Acting Commissioner of Police Samson Kua said RPNGC is aware of the importance of extending this Memorandum of Understanding for security and law enforcement purposes. ACP Kua said the past 5 years has had its share of triumphs and challenges, and they look forward to continuing this partnership with Octedi Mining Limited to deliver goals for this project. He thanked Octedi for its continuous support to the constabulary, citing the building of the Tabubil Police Single Quarters Housing Project over the recent years, the building of the Ningerum Police Barracks, inclusive of offices and residential houses for its personnel, and the donation of vehicles to the constabulary. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
After the 17th exclusion today in the day by-election counting, Toi Akil is still leading the race with a total of 17,452 votes.
As of 5:25 this afternoon, after exclusion 18th, few candidates have moved up. The results are as follows. Still leading the race is Toi Akil with a total of 8,058 votes. Running second in the top 5 is Desmond Paul Kipper with 14,242 votes. Trailing behind him on the third place is independent candidate James Member-Weah with 13,179 votes. Closely followed in the fourth place with 12,829 votes is Sam Koim. Rounding up the top 5 candidates tally with a total of 12,809 votes is James Spinney, an independent candidate. Exclusion 19 will be tomorrow morning. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The much-anticipated Pelgans Highway is steadily progressing and is now on course to reach Waiduru Village in Ward 5 of Labutsa local level government in Nawai district. The lead contractor, Means Zeong Limited, have successfully advanced construction beyond Yambo Village, marking a significant milestone in the delivery of this transformative rural infrastructure project. The road, which begins at Ukwa Junction and will eventually end at Oligudig Village, covers a total distance of more than 30 kilometers, with 16 kilometers already completed. The new cut will extend through Buingim, Ehe, Boak, and Tigidug villages, opening up access to communities that as never before had proper road connectivity. From Yambo Village, where an old logging track previously existed, back towards Bukawa. The current work involves extensive new road cutting into previously inaccessible areas. This development is expected to greatly improve transport access for farmers, students, churches, health outreach services, and small businesses throughout the LLG. Nawai District Chief Executive Officer Bats Botiki, accompanied by several project officers, visited and inspected the construction site recently. CEO Botiki personally traveled along the road alignment to assess progress and engage with local communities. Overall, villages along the route have expressed strong support for the project, recognizing the long-term economic and social benefits the road will bring. CEO Botiki expressed satisfaction with the pace and quality of work and reaffirmed the District Development Authority's commitment to infrastructure development. The completion of this road will significantly enhance connectivity between inland Labutsa LLG communities and coastal Bukawa areas, creating new opportunities for agriculture, trade, education, and improved delivery of government services. As a way of supporting communities, the J. Mali Finance Managing Director Joseph Wandi has purchased and installed 4 power transformers that connected 7 council wards from Angula to Anga in Mendi, Southern Highlands Province.
After many years of living without electricity, the communities along the Anga River to Angula in Imbongo district will now have access to power for the first time. Those 4 transformers were installed at Yambra, Ilo, Asasa and Papra village, enabling households to finally access electricity despite PNG Power main line passing through the area for many years. The installation of the transformers now enables students to study in the night, allow homes to access lighting, improving household safety, and supporting the community development. In his address, Mr. Wandi thanked God for his blessings and acknowledged the Maraperoso government for its support in the small and medium enterprises in the country. He expressed that for 40 years, Anga Angula communities have suffered for basic services.
In 40 years, you've been suffering long time. In this la Anga Angula. You missed a long time suffering this kind of life. You've been suffering. Olman very sala face blue you mean, news blue you mean. Even passing December, Dimas, Minoganalti. All Savelo passing to you mean, all looking. You mean one line, but now I'm God, I'm looking Muslim. I'm sorry, you mean, I'm blessing you mean. You mean looking 1, 2, 3, 4 transformer.
Mr. Wandi encouraged communities not to rely solely on government support, noting that individual and SME operators can contribute meaningfully to the development of the community. While appreciating the project, the community leaders describe it as an example of how grassroots leadership and locally driven enterprise can help transform rural communities in PNG. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed lower at 0.2331 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying 0.2256 US dollars, 0.3158 Australian dollars, 0.1818 euro, and 34.13 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
It's time to go back to school. Is this the place to go? Please don't forget the golden rule. Is this the place to go? Hey, mums and dads, don't make a fuss. Is this the place to go? Get the school supplies from us. Is this the place to go? Everything you need for school. Is this the place to go? Be sure to keep the teacher cool. Is this the place to go? Ring, ring goes the bell.
Theatist for all your school stationery. For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mel Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mel Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's one-talk wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's one-talk wallet. Money made easy.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. Students from Asia Pacific Institute of Applied Social, Economic and Technical Studies have gathered at the school's campus for the orientation of departmental heads, course outlines and expectations for this academic year.
The Executive Director for APS Thomas Pila said APS is an institution recognized by Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, and students attending the institution must maintain the highest academic standards.
At APS, we are very well aware of these gaps, and we are also very well aware of the standards. So we, as much as possible, do not want to downplay the importance of standards, because we don't want anyone to become a victim of ignorance.
He encouraged students to follow the institution's rules and policies to be a better citizen of this country.
Transformation actually will start from you as a person, physically, and then we will slowly move into the mental side of things. So we must learn to attire ourselves.
The institution's chairman, Jerry Tanumei, encouraged students to think positive, as everyone has the potential and ability to be a successful person in life.
When you get education, when you get qualification, you are standing on your feet. And when you stand on your feet, you will contribute positively.
The event includes introductions from various department heads who outlined their expectations as well. The classes are set to begin tomorrow. Lauren Jimal, National MTV News.
Lalok Primary School in Raicoast District has received a wave of financial support following a recent visit by Medeng's provincial member, bringing renewed confidence to students, teachers, and the wider community.
The visit by Medeng Governor Ramsey Pariva to Lalok Primary School in Ward 7 of Astrolabe Bay LLG has opened doors for significant assistance. Governor Pariva delivered a 20,000 kina check honoring a commitment made during a community gathering last year. He also pledged an additional 30,000 kina support for the school this year. Following the announcement, newly elected Astrolabe Bay LLG President Gary Kolunga committed 50,000 kina to assist the school. The governor also revealed that Mr. Kolunga has been appointed chairman of the education sector in the Provincial Executive Council. Provincial Education Director Alphonse Igag assured the school that Lalok Primary would be included in the tuition fee-free subsidy this year, with funds expected in the second quarter. The announcement drew loud applause from the community. Governor Pariwa also presented 10,000 kina to the Lalok Sports Association and encouraged youths to turn away from drugs and lawlessness. He urged them to participate in the Governor's Cup tournament, where scouts will select players for the Medan Football Club. Joel Mipari, National EMTV News.
A remote primary school in the Raikos district has received a major funding boost, bringing hope to teachers, students and parents struggling with isolation and limited government services.
Remote Bank Primary School in the hinterland of Astrolabe Bay LLG Raikos district received a 50,000 kina check from Medan Governor Ramsey Pariwa on Thursday, February 12th. School board chairman Job Yamak broke down in tears as he accepted the assistance, thanking the governor on behalf of the parents, teachers and students. Yamak said the school is isolated and never expected a provincial leader to visit in person. Governor Pariwa arrived by helicopter despite poor weather conditions and cloud cover, honoring a commitment made last year. There is no road access to Bang. Villagers walk along the Kabeniu River to Bongu to catch boats to Medan town for services. Yamak said the funding will help upgrade facilities and improve learning. A double-story building with 4 classrooms was built by the community, while another classroom funded by the late former Rai Coast MP James Gao remains incomplete. Governor Pariwa challenged the community to complete a new double classroom within 3 months and pledged to retain its commissioning. The Astrolabe Bay LLG President Gary Kolunga also committed 50,000 kina. Provincial Education Director Alphonse Igag accompanied the governor and appointed a senior teacher as a deputy head teacher. Joel Mipari, National EMTV News.
Now moving to overseas news, 12 Palestinians have been killed and several injured across Gaza after the Israel military carried out airstrikes.
Gaza's Civil Defence Agency and health officials reported 5 people were killed in an airstrike targeting a tent which sheltered displaced people in the northern city of Jabalia, while another 5 people were killed in the southern city of Khan Yunis. They also reported 1 person was killed in Israeli shelling in Gaza City and another by Israeli gunfire in northern Gaza. A Hamas spokesperson accused Israel of committing a new massacre against displaced Palestinians, calling it a serious breach of the ceasefire. An Israeli military official said forces attacked in response to Hamas violations of the ceasefire agreement.
The U.S. Secretary Marco Rubio has admitted talks with Iran over a nuclear deal that will not be easy as delegates meet again in Geneva.
Tehran and Washington renewed negotiations over Iran's nuclear program earlier this month. This has been a decades-long dispute between the two countries. You'll remember that back in 2018, during Donald Trump's first term in office, he tore up a pact which eased sanctions on Tehran and imposed tough economic measures. Now, following that deadly, brutal crackdown on protesters in January, Donald Trump threatened military strikes on Iran and sent what he described as a massive armada to the Gulf, and also has ordered the world's largest aircraft carrier to the region to increase pressure on the regime ahead of a fresh round of nuclear talks in Geneva this week. He has sent his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, to run those negotiations on behalf of Washington. The US Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who is America's top foreign diplomat, was speaking at a press conference in Slovakia where he said that Donald Trump wants diplomacy. He wants to secure a deal, but it won't be easy, saying that no one has been able to secure such an agreement with Tehran.
We're dealing with radical Shia clerics, okay? We're dealing with people who make geopolitical decisions on the basis of pure theology, and it's a complicated thing. I mean, no one's ever been able to do a successful deal with Iran, but we're going to try.
Now, in a promising sign, Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister has said in an interview to the BBC that the regime is open to compromise if sanctions relief is on the table. Now, this is being seen as a conciliatory message that we don't often get from Tehran. This is all happening against the backdrop of enormous protests across the globe over the course of the weekend. We saw an estimated 250,000 people gather outside the Munich Security Conference in Germany to call for the overthrow of the Iranian regime. They were addressed by Reza Pahlavi. He is the exiled Crown Prince of Iran. He is the son of the ousted late Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. He called for an overthrow of Iran's Islamic regime. There are also large protests in London, Tel Aviv, Sydney and Toronto. Many of these demonstrators calling for the return of Pahlavi to power.
The federal government says more Australians are studying at universities than ever before, thanks to its investments. Education Minister Jason Clare says more reform is still needed, despite the new opposition leader Angus Taylor calling for government spending to be reined in.
Well, teaching's up about 6%. That's good news because we need more school teachers. But also nursing is up 6% as well. Science degrees look like they're up about 8%. Engineering's up 9%. Social work's up 19%. And this isn't happening by accident, mate. It's happening because we're investing more in our universities, because we know that more and more jobs in the economy need more and more skills, whether that's a uni degree or whether it's a TAFE qualification. People often pick the subjects that they love, the things that they're passionate about. That's always been the case. One of the beauties of the HEC system is you don't have to pay up front. It's a deferred payment, and we're encouraging people to do the things that they're good at and that they love. One of the things that students do talk to me about, though, is not just the cost of a uni degree, but the cost of living while you're at uni. So things like paid prac that we've now introduced that provide upfront financial support for teaching students and nursing students and social work students to help them pay the bills while they're at uni. I think that's a big deal and helps to contribute to people wanting to study teaching and nursing and social work and courses like that. Well, I think it tells you a lot that his first policy is to cut and that he wants to hide behind the Labor Party when he does it. You know, we're always in the market for sensible savings, but just have a look at the Liberal Party's track record. When they were last in power, what did they cut? They cut $30 billion from our public schools. And I'm still dealing with the wreckage of that now. That's a stain that the Liberal Party will never be able to wipe off. So when Angus Taylor talks about cuts, you know where they come. They cut funding from schools and they cut funding from our hospitals.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Rukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Theodist for all your school stationery.
All small crafts going out at sea must consider simple safety requirements. Always check the weather report before going out at sea. Do not jump on a boat if the passengers or skipper have been drinking alcohol. Always remember to wear a life jacket. Take enough drinking water and food with you. Make sure you have a bucket, canvas for shelter, and a paddle for emergency. Always take extra fuel on board and do not get on a boat that is overloaded. This message is authorized by the National Maritime Safety Authority.
It's becoming increasingly more important to deal with money laundering and countering terrorist financing.
Join us tonight at 7 as we feature discussions on the practice of money laundering.
Areas involving politically exposed persons, reporting of suspicious transactions, DNFPB's record keeping and customer diligence all need to be improved.
That's on tonight.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. A determined team from Rigo travels hours to Port Moresby, ready to prove themselves in the Port Moresby Soccer Association competition.
With the Trilla FC coming all the way from Rigo in the Central Province to participate in the Port Moresby Soccer Association competition, this side showed great determination and commitment. The team travelled several hours by road before arriving in the city, heading straight to the soccer grounds for their scheduled matches. Coach Simon Assi stressed on his team's experience travelling long hours and going straight into competition without proper rest, saying it was a tough challenge for the players.
Perform good on training, but unfortunately, all boys must meet okay also establish place in the camp. So that's a 3 to 4 hours drive, and then time was 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock morning, or 10 o'clock was by Kisumlo PM. They didn't rest properly, like 9 o'clock games and 10 o'clock. So the result is that all boys are no rest good. They just come all the way, drop off from the PM and got into the field.
Despite the exhaustion, the players displayed strong teamwork and resilience throughout their matches. He also noted on one of their very own talents who will be going to Fiji, saying he was pleased with the players' progress and exposure overseas.
And also on behalf of Trillas, one player will be traveling to Fiji. And by coming inside now, that's our junior Trillas. So I'm Plelo Murat for last tennis break. And on behalf of Trillas, which I maybe Coach Moll, he was a youth player, but he's traveling on Tuesday for PG for his selection.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Papua New Guinea's kickboxers have delivered strong performance overseas, gaining valuable experience despite tough international competition over the weekend.
The PNG Kickboxing Federation says its national team performed strongly at the international professional event featuring fighters from the United States, China, Australia, New Zealand and PNG. The team recorded 1 draw and 2 close losses on points. Federation President and professional coach Chief Stanley Nandek said the results reflect steady progress under the Federation's development program. Brendan Simbani challenged for the WKA Junior Welterweight title in a rematch match against Nasu Bunjaku. After 4 intense rounds, Bunjaku retained the title on points despite a determined effort from Simbani. Clinton Hanku faced a tough opponent from New Zealand, while Kingston David went up against an experienced Australian karate fighter. Both bouts were high-intensity contests, drawing strong reactions from the crowd. Kingston, standing at 180 centimeters, fought confidently against his taller opponent and pushed the match to the final round in one of the night's best fights. Nandek says preparations are now underway for the March 14 event in Sydney, with 5 fighters, including 2 women, in the training. Joel Nipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja na. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
It's time to go back to school. Is this the place to go? Please don't forget the golden rules. Is this the place to go? Hey, mums and dads, don't make a fuss. Is this the place to go? Get the school supplies from us. Is this the place to go? Everything you need for school. Is this the place to go? Be sure to keep the teacher cool. Is this the place to go? Ring, ring goes the bell.
Theatist for all your school stationery.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
This Wednesday on Goodman Fielder International Sky Time, we've got another very simple dish that we will be making using our True Gas Wok burner. We will also check out our friend Letitia over at House Sky to see what she will be cooking.
Carrot is rich in beta-carotene, which is good for your eyeballs. Pak choy has the same vitamins, vitamin A in specific, as carrots. Good for your eyeballs as well.
That's this Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. President Alwyn Porakan says the history of the Low Rugby Touch Association remains deeply rooted in the hearts of the people of Low Island.
President Porakan described the Low Rugby Touch Association as more than just a sporting event. He said for many generations it has been a celebration of identity, unity and pride for the people of Low and Manus province. Held every 2 years, the prestigious Low Rugby Touch Cup brought together teams from Low Island and Lorengau in Manus province. Participating teams included Pom Sharks, Kiverang Grab, Lay Dolphins, Rabal Guria, Combined Low Raiders, Low Tigers and Medain Fox. President Porakan said during the one-week tournament, normal activities paused as families reunited and communities gathered in colour and friendly rivalry. Low Islanders from across Papua New Guinea returned home to reconnect and support their teams. Beyond sports, he said, Low Rugby Touch became a major tourism boost for Manus. Hotels, guest houses and local markets benefited as visitors travelled by plane and boat to attend the games. Looking ahead, President Porokan said the revival of the Port Moresby Low Rugby Tarts Association brings the hope that the proud tradition will once again unite people, promote manus and inspire the next generation. He says Low Rugby Tarts is not just about competition, but the people's history, pride and identity. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The president of Low Rugby Tarts Association is calling on communities to embrace sports for healthier living.
Speaking to Trukai Sports, the president of the Low Rugby Tarts Association, emphasizing on sports and healthy lifestyle, Alvin Porokan gave his message to the wider community. He says sports plays an important role in building strong families, disciplined youths and peaceful communities.
Our message to the wider community is come join us, take part with us, because when we are together, when we are fit, when we are healthy, we can deliver and we can change Port Moresby. Because one big something where we revive him too is passing blame cultural and traditional values blame ya. Kaya sa plan jo levi ulo kamabya because all man sa well passing custom. So plan jo man kim blacksimol want revive him passing lo custom too. So that time you saw passing custom, but you got respect. But you respect him, usah dem big blah blow you, usah dem leader blow you, usah dem lapan blow you. That's where you are playing part blow you. When all of us play our part, we'll have a better society.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion-kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
It's becoming increasingly more important to deal with money laundering and countering terrorist financing.
Join us tonight at 7 as we feature discussions on the practice of money laundering.
Areas involving politically exposed persons, reporting of suspicious transactions, DNFPB's record keeping and customer diligence all need to be improved.
That's on tonight.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and the walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, cloudy periods with few rain to rain showers. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 16th of February 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.